Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Bo Nix, week 3 on the road in Tampa. Huge win, really impressive performance. Locked in, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. Usually full games broken down over there, really trying to dive into the nuance and detail of what it's like to play quarterback and high-level offense and defense. So if you dig the YouTube channel, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Hop over there, become a member. The link is in the video description. As for this video, let's get into it. Bo Nix. The Broncos rolling in Tampa Bay. Right out the gate, aggressive. Back shoulder, Sutton, bottom of the screen. Beautiful hookup. Again, I love the aggressiveness that Denver came out with on this first drive. Really, both starting drives of halves. This is a beautiful job from Bo Nix, putting it right there. Great adjustment from 14. Excellent. Again, the aggressiveness. Now, little things, very little things that I would love to see to make this maybe a more consistent hookup is just the top of the drop for Bo Nix being lined up down the field. So I want you to watch his feet, and he's actually lined up to the right. So those are his feet at the top of the drop. Now his head and shoulders, you can see looking to the left. So he eventually gets there right here because the pass protection is outstanding. There's no one around him. But just get the base there earlier. But this is a beautiful way to start it. Aggressive, big chunk, let's go. Next one here. 2 plays later, we're going to get a best release go up top. Reynolds inside, whoop. Then he fades back out, stacks them. Beautiful hookup. This is just simply outstanding. Now, technically, we're hot to the right. We get a little safety pressure here, 2 on the back, but we get the ball out this quickly. It doesn't matter. Bo Nix was very decisive in this one. The ball came out quickly. The design, the plan, outstanding. I want you to watch at the top of this route. So we go to throw it. Just look around. All 3 guys are open. We've got winners everywhere. So again, the other thing I want to make sure I'm clear on, a best release go, that's making the assumption here that we're running a go up top. He can go inside or he can go outside. But if you go inside, you don't run this thing in a straight line like a robot. You want to fade this thing back out. So best release inside and then fade back out to stay away from that middle field safety. So just excellent execution. I also love the base from Bo Nix here. Watch how there's no heel click. Again, it's super decisive. Boom. Right on the skull. Bam. That is outstanding. So decisive. So precise. Excellent hookup. Again, this is a hell of a first drive. And I don't think you can overstate how settled his feet look. Like he looks comfortable. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Ball out, all your cleats in the ground. Beautiful trajectory, touch, and that is in the bucket. Love it. All right, to finish off that first drive, 3rd and 2 here, we got a little, what I'm used to calling fake it to him, throw it to him. So we're going to fake it to the back, and we want to throw it to the back in the flat. He's out leveraged, no to the corner, no to the over, yes to using our feet to the front pylon. So just an excellent job here by Bo Nix. Great design as well. You can see the little theatrics here from Nix saying, come on in. Yeah, you block, you got the safety, dig him out. Reverse out, fake it to the back. Throw it to the back. Not there. Extend. Walk in. Beautiful. So again, design-wise here, so you appreciate the whole thing, how it goes down. Bo Nix pointing. Hey, you got to come in here and block this guy. All right, I got you. Come in here. He brings it down. We're then going to fake it to the back. So we fake it to him right here. We're reversing out. I prefer 2 hands. I'm the only one. And we're then going to continue on this thing. We're going to try to throw it to the back in the flat. 1. He's out leveraged. Corner. 2. No. Over. Not there. 3. Now, oftentimes when you keep running on this play, the back turns into a really nice option at the front pylon, especially at the goal line. So you continue and you push up as an indicator, scramble drills, and then you come back to the front pylon. Well, when this back gets out here, runs the flat, pushes up, that captures the corner. The guy who's out leveraging him, he gets involved with that, and that allows Bo Nix to just fake it and continue on and walk in. So it's just a really nice job. Again, outstanding first drive. Rewarded for the aggressiveness. Again, playing to Bo Nix's strengths, his ability to play on the move, to run, nice decision making. Again, you watch that flat. So we're trying to throw it to him. No, turn upfield, capture the corner, walk in. Excellent job. Just really loved everything about this first drive. You know, the fact that they've got a young quarterback locked in with the theatrics, fake it to him, throw it to him. Again, the reason I like two hands on this, you know, the other thing you could say here is if you were really critical of the ball handling, have that right hand on your core right there. But I like to go two hands here because sometimes you can throw it to the back so quickly, like right there. And not necessarily on this rep. Fake it to him. No corner, no over. Keep it going. Walk in. Next one here, 4th and 1. I put this one on here. I think this was the next series. I saw this rep all over social media. I think everyone probably has at this point. I didn't realize it was a 4th down. They were certainly going to run this thing in down there. And I thought this was a really nice rep. It's a unique way to get there. I actually thought it was a pretty good look at maybe what a speed option will look like for them moving forward under center. But this is just dirty from 38. So what they're doing here is arcing the tight end. So we're going to arc. We're going to leave this guy unblocked. Okay. We're going to, hopefully he's going to fake this, get the little dive going away from it. You're going to reverse out, and then you're going to flip it to the back. And it's basically a race to the pylon versus the defensive end. So you flip it to him. He's in space. Now, again, this isn't a defensive channel, but I would imagine he probably has the contain here and probably should make him contain in, put his foot in the ground, cut back, and then we've got the cavalry coming from the inside out. But again, for me here, what I would like we saw a bunch in the NFL of gun speed option, which I think kind of sucks, where you got to run downhill, and this guy ends up playing essentially two players here. He can play the quarterback and the pitch. If you were to run speed option here, where you're arcing, we're down here up to here. Now we're just speed optioning right here. I think that's a much better play. So I wouldn't be shocked to see a little bit of speed option under center. You know, old school throwback, but right here, reverse, flip, and then, oh my God. I mean, you don't wish that film on anybody, do you? 498, stiff, went down, touchdown on 4th down. My God. Look at his teammates. Oh, you have contained. Yeah. Oh, goodness. That's pretty sweet. 38's got the jukes here to go whoop, and then the acceleration to get in there. Well done. Next one here. This is a tough one for me. Okay, so you're going to probably get a little sensey with this one. I really like a lot of the design here. I don't love the tight end having to block one-on-one on an edge. This almost is a beautiful hookup throw catch on the move off platform. Now, Bo Nix is certainly comfortable throwing on the move, throwing off platform. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this is not designed to be this type of rollout, just because the route combination, this post deep cross to me is almost universally tethered to a play action shot. So here's what I'm saying. Deep post, here's that deep cross that ends up getting the ball. That to me is normally some version of play action. Now I love the play action design here. Again, we're coming down here. We're going to set this thing like he's going to pin the edge, and we're going to get this toss going, two-person toss crack to the boundary. So we're going to fake this thing and then come out of here and hopefully set up. Now this is the part of the plan that I don't necessarily love, having this tight end having to block an edge forever here. And so what ends up happening here is he ends up taking an L. So when Bo Nix comes out of this fake, instead of what I would probably love to see, which is kind of a violent reset, and then reset your feet to play this thing out down the field, because we got big opportunities down the field. And this cross is going to be there. The problem here is that his default right now is if it's not there, I'm out and I'm staying on the move, as opposed to playing the play. It's not going to be perfect every time, but we don't have to get out and go with our feet. And so for me here, I would just love for Bo Nix to get off the initial launch point, violently reset, buy some time, and reset your feet. So up, reset your feet. Because this throw, this has got an opportunity for a big, big play. We're running right here. Really, the only guy you're going to have to deal with is the corner right here. And this is not taking anything away from this throw. This is a very difficult throw on the move, up and over. The problem is that it's late, because what? We continued on the move. We didn't just set up when we had time, to drive the ball where we want to drive it. And so it's just that little bit of kind of helter-skelter in the pocket for me that creeps up. It certainly creeped up less in this game than we've seen in other games, but you can see here, that's there for the taking. It's almost a great play regardless. So we can acknowledge the fact that it's nice design, maybe everything except 84 on the edge. Escape, reset. Stay on the move. Now we go to throw it, and it's a nice throw. It's just running out of real estate. Like, I don't think he gets 1 foot in. Maybe he gets the right foot in right there. Dang. Next one here. Now we're going to get into the pattern of what I thought Bo Nix did as well as I've ever seen him do. Maybe better than I've ever seen him do. And that was drive the ball outside the numbers, on time, in rhythm, with anticipation. And it's really a full catalog of throws. It is very impressive. So this first one here is a deep out. Gun, 5 steps. So 5 steps and a hitch. He's going to throw this deep out to Sutton up top. Watch the anticipation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your base. Boom. He goes to throw it right there. You can see Sutton up top, not out of the break yet. I mean, that is outstanding. It really is. It is outstanding. And it was a pattern in this game. It was not a one-off. It was not a blind luck throw. This really, really well done. They had a plan to attack outside the numbers. Bo Nix executed it with great timing, rhythm, precision. Again, it was the full catalog of routes. That being said, this next rep is one of those kind of like regression reps for me. This looks like early preseason to me, earlier in the season Bo Nix. And to me here, this is what I'm used to calling a drift, play action little drift. I think universally here, this is almost always thrown off 5 no hitch, 5 plant, whatever you want to call it. So this route run from many different offenses, I'm going to call it a drift. It's, somewhere between a slant and a glance, kind of into this play action hole. You see all sorts of West Coast teams running. Historically, this is a 5-step, put your foot in the ground and rip this thing. What I think you don't want to do here is what Bo Nix does, where it looks like he doesn't trust the split flow action. He doesn't trust the pass protection. So he really ends up taking a significant amount of extra steps. So as he goes, he hits the top of his drop, and it's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now he's way late to throw this thing, and it comes out like a sinker. So be really critical here of the top of this thing, where he kind of, to me, this is the definition of what I'm saying, unsettled in the pocket. This doesn't look like someone who's got a whole lot of trust on what's going on in front of him. No. Again, it's even more pronounced from the end zone. But right there, I want to be throwing that thing. Instead of, and now it comes out late. It's behind us. It's down low. It's all bad. So be really critical here of the top of the drop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, you can see here, he really kind of almost quarter rolls that thing. Let's really count the footsteps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's nowhere close to being able to throw. Maybe they do it off 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy moly. They get to 9. And we throw a sinker. Rough. Next one here, 3rd and 3. Another great use of Bo Nix's legs. We're going to run zone read down here to the bottom. We're reading number 3, the D-gap defender, and this is simply too easy. This is a great call. Read number 3 to the right outside the tight end. Now maybe we get a little false start there at tight end we get away with, right? Yeah. Easy read though, right? He's coming full downhill, turns his shoulders. Bo Nix, keep it, get a first down, protect yourself. The other thing I'm going to mention here is that kind of universally in football, if you catch double mugs, meaning these linebackers are both up in the A gap, I used to call like old school Zimmerman stuff, most offenses will immediately want to get into some sort of zone wide, not necessarily outside stretch, but they want to push the ball sideways because there's really no second level of the defense. There's just a first level of the defense. If you get past that first level, it's got a great opportunity for the run to pop. So defenses know that too. So they go, oh, we're running weak side open zone. Great, I'm going to come down here, catch this thing from behind. Well, Bo Nix can run it. We're going to read this defender right here as a key defender. Normally, if you're going to catch cloud on the back end, so half field with this corner up, to tackle the quarterback, he's got to be a lot closer. If they're trying to disguise this as closed and rotate late to half field with a cloud corner, and this is the unblocked player, this guy's supposed to tackle the quarterback before the first down. He's going to have a tough job coming from that much depth. It'd be an even better play if the wide receiver at the bottom here blocked the corner. But that thing is easy. I mean, that's stealing. So beautiful play design, great call, third down run game. Again, you probably hear me say it a lot if you're a fan of the channel. The quarterback who can run in the short yardage and goal line gives their offense a whole different set of principles that they can attack a defense with. And this is a perfect example of it. Touchdown run earlier, first down run right here. Next one here, another great example of anticipation outside the numbers. We're going to throw a hinge up top off 5-step, 5 hitch, let it rip. Again, a clinic. Really impressive from Bo Nix, driving the ball on time with anticipation outside the numbers. And again, I've already talked about the full catalog. This is more evidence of it. The first one we saw was the deep out. This one I'm calling a hinge route. This is like a go route, 5, no hitch from the quarterback, and then he's going to open inside and fall out. So watch him throw right there. I mean, look at that. Hey, beautiful anticipation on the body, on the break. Outstanding. I mean, it was clinical when it came to this type of throw. On time, first read, boom. No wasted movement. Again, could he be a little bit better lined up at the back? Yeah. But he gets there eventually. And that is a strike of a throw right there. Let's go. Next one here, right on cue. Same 2-minute drive right before half. 33 seconds left. We're going to hit a stop route up top. So a little 9 stop. This one is off 3, no hitch. Again. Again, really excellent first half here of playing quarterback at a high level. This is outstanding. 3 no hitch, ball out. Decisive, winning pre-snap, knowing where to go with the ball. Again, so I can be clear here. The first one we saw was the deep out to Sutton, right? He played that with anticipation. The next one to Sutton was the hinge route, where you get to like 14 and fall out. The next one here is a stop route, like 9 yards, and you come right back down your stem. All of these in one half, we played with anticipation. I mean, it's impressive. It's really, really well done. Now, maybe you could say, hey, maybe we don't give him that defensively. Look at this, soft shell here. But it's there. Not going to apologize for it. Take it. Well done. Really nice job. And you couple that with the aggressiveness early on with the play calling, Bo Nix's feet, and this was an excellent first half of football for the Broncos. All right, so now we're into the third quarter. What's often my favorite call of the game, the first offensive call for each team in the third quarter. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to try to rip a hole shot to 84 down here versus Tampa 2. It's there. Bo Nix is going to let it rip down the middle of the field. He gets his hand hit. No. I mean, it is perfect. It's made to order. I don't usually show the defensive end zone, but I thought this was a really cool look at 52, the middle linebacker right between the hashes, running to the middle of the field. 84 running on the middle field read. We're going to throw a back shoulder right to him, and our arm gets hit. So maybe we get a little fortunate that thing's not intercepted, but I absolutely love the aggressiveness. We start both halves with opportunities to rip back shoulders. So they're going to do a little disguise. They're going to end up getting to Tampa here. So we're going to get to half field. Safety drops out of here, half field. And really, this is this guy running to the middle of the field versus our guy running right there with him. And there's enough space, I think, where you can absolutely throw that thing right at him. This is NFL open for a big chunk down the middle of the field. 1st and 10 to start the third quarter. Let's go. It is there. The only thing I might say, this is going to hurt some feelings, man. Holy moly. At the top of this thing, so normally I might go 3, 1, 2, 3. That to me is 4, 5. So the drop maybe doesn't match up with what I'm used to. But then the top of the drop here, watch the base to the heel click. So again, if it was, I think traditionally this is played off of 3 and a hitch. And then the base of this thing, keep your width. Stay right there and let that thing rip early as opposed to 5, heel click, and now it's a tick late. So it's one of those things where, yeah, we take an L at left tackle, no doubt. But the footwork, I personally would love to see it off 3 and a hitch. Maybe they run it totally different. Maybe he's so fast that they have to do 5. But I mean, it is there. Look at the space right there on the bottom left of the corner. Rip that thing right there. So close. Next one here, probably really the only blurry decision of the day for me with Bo Nix. We're going to get the flat defender 23 kind of falling back into this corner. And again, you know, if he could catch, he'd be playing offense. I get that part of it. But this just felt forced. You know, maybe you throw underneath the sticks here. You know, maybe a check down gets the first down. It just felt slightly forced compared to anything else. I felt for the most part this game was so clean for him. So for me here, what this play is we are going to the deep flag or pylon. Here's where we're trying to go with the ball on this kind of like trail corner. And then it's almost always paired with something in the flat. And then one of these guys usually check down over the ball. So what I'm saying here is they end up playing what I'm going to call some version of 3 here. So corner, and here's that flat defender right here. So if that flat defender gets depth enough to play this corner, you just got to be willing to check it down. You can go here, you can go here, however you want to do it, whatever hits your eyes. I would imagine it's over here first, so they'll over the ball. But it's just one of those things where if he can get his hands on it, it's covered. Well, one of those things, either you're learning in the league or you just have to be able to understand, hey, right there, just get it down. They've got us. You know, maybe if that corner came out a little bit higher, you know, it might be a little bit better of a throw, or you try to go over the top as opposed to drilling it in the hole like that. But that would be an absolute bummer and ruin a really good start of this game if that would have been a pick, right? So, you know, could he catch that? You know, it would be a hell of a pick, no doubt, but he certainly can get his paws on it. Next one here, this is a wild one. So this to me is a version of what I'm used to calling dash right protection. So we're going to move the launch point. We're going to try to get a big play down the field, and we just barely can't get it off. But Bo Nix is going to use his athleticism, his ability to use his feet, and get us a first down. So it's an awesome job from Bo Nix here, kind of overcoming some pass pro issues. Right when he goes to put his foot in the ground to go throw it, you know, it looks like he's looking to the right. You know, I'm probably going to make the argument that I would prefer Sutton to be the target here, but no. And again, I don't think he could get it off even if I wanted to with what's going on at left tackle. So we're just a little flat out of our pass set. We're going to get hit, but that athleticism, the strength, the balance turns into a runner, gets a big chunk, is outstanding. Again, I think that there's a lot to like about this design. So what is dash first? Dash to me is catch it, set the pocket. So you catch it and kind of set like you're going to throw quick, and then it's a built-in rollout. You can usually tell because this side is going to be pinned with this tight end. So, you know, maybe to help this play, you could kind of check release into this. So he doesn't do that. He just runs the corner or the deep out. And right here, I mean, this thing, guys, is made to order back across the field. So if you've got enough time to set your feet and rip this thing all the way across the field, it's beautiful. You know, it's just one of those things where you don't get a lot of opportunities to throw chunks like this in the NFL. So it is there. We almost have it. And you can see Sutton pumping right there. I mean, he turns that middle field player, baseball turns, and we've got a big chunk down the field. Regardless, you have to love and appreciate and celebrate the athleticism, the ability to Nix to use his legs to run around, you know, this kind of scrambled default that maybe can get us in trouble sometimes, can also bail us out of trouble right here. So no, make people miss. And now we're a big-time ball carrier down the field. Next one here, one more example of Bo Nix playing with great anticipation outside the numbers. This looks like an RPO or a PRO, depending on how it hits you. As far as, to me, this is more of an access throw. You like the little stop to Sutton. You know, even though he goes through the motion of the RPO here, we're going to rip it, put it right on him. It's just a really nice job. I mean, he is locked in on this kind of route. Outside the numbers, with anticipation. Look at him throw this thing right there. Sutton's not out of that thing yet, right? Ball's on him. Boom. On the body, on the break. Outstanding. Just really polished, excellent execution on this type of play, and they kept going back to it. Just really loved it. You can see here, if you wanted to hand the run off, the run's in pretty good shape. You know, we've got 6 on 6 in the box. They're giving you a gift, an access route. Take it. Love it. And then these last two, I thought really kind of showcased some wasted opportunity in the fourth quarter. You know, you wonder why you have such a great day, but you got no touchdowns. Well, 3rd and 4 right here, we're going to have a go up top. The offensive line does a great job picking this up. We're technically not hot. They pick up everything. To me, this is a good throw. This is not a good route. And it's excellent coverage. Maybe it's better coverage than a crummy route. But when the corner is able to push you to the sidelines like this throw is right there. And we catch it. We're just out of bounds. We don't give ourselves a chance. And so earlier in the game, on that first series, you remember the best release go, right, where we went inside. So we went inside and then faded back out. This time, we go outside right away. Okay? And the corner is going to do what he's taught to do and push you to the sidelines, ride you to the sidelines so that you don't have a window for the quarterback to drop it in. So we've got to be able to maintain the integrity of this route down the field. On a lot of NFL practice fields, they'll call it the red line, 5 yards from the sideline. You got to keep that red line. So watch 14 Sutton get pushed to the sideline, right? We're just getting pushed to the sideline. There's no window to throw it. We still throw it, but we're so close to the sideline now, we're just escorted out of bounds. So again, it was a great day from Bo Nix. It probably should have been better. It probably should have been rewarded with at least one touchdown right here. And the last one here, another 3rd down, 4th quarter, 3rd and 3. We're going to get zeroed here. We're going to try to throw a slant up top. The big duel really lets us down. This should, again, in my opinion, be a touchdown. Now, the throw is maybe a tick behind us here, but the pass pro really dictates us getting rid of this thing a little bit early. So the reason I show these is because I think it's important to understand how critical the pass protection is tethered to the offensive execution. So I know a great course that goes into significant detail about how to beat cover 0. And the number one thing you want to get to is the middle of the field. So post, slant, whatever you can do to attack this middle of the field. So this is a beautiful call. What I'm saying, the problem here is that at the end of the day, this right tackle, okay, his responsibility is what I'm used to calling a big duel, and we'll show it from the end zone even better. But that means he's got the most dangerous of 1 to 2. So the problem here is that once the guard also squeezes down, he takes the A-gap responsibility. This right tackle has to come down into the B-gap. We want the free runner to be the widest player. He's not going to run that path, but that path to the quarterback. If you allow that, basically an underlying principle of sound pass protection is you never want a free runner through the A or the B gap. This is a free runner through the B gap. And again, it's if he had time here and you laid that thing a perfect throw out there, it's got a chance to score. I mean, you can't have a better route on versus 0. Nobody in the middle of the field. Oh, so again, in my mind, could be another touchdown right here. So again, watch 63. Again, this, I know this is not O-line school, but this is critical to quarterback play. Once the guard is going down right here, so boom, he's going to take that guy. Literally every offense I've ever been a part of calls this a big duel, 1 to 2. You have to set here. If this guy for some reason drops, then you would kick out and try to block the outside guy. But if both of these players blitz, and that's on the quarterback, but he's expecting this guy to be the free runner. So he knows he's got a little bit of time. You can drift and throw this ball out there. This in the B gap, A gap, B gap is too quick. You can't do anything. Or you're almost fortunate just to get the ball off. So we've got some errors up front here as far as the execution in the second half, and now we go from really should have been 2 fourth quarter touchdowns to 2 incompletions, and it's that small of a margin. So that is a wrap. Bo Nix, the Broncos looked so much better. And really, it started from jump. Aggressive early, great first drive. I thought Bo Nix showed significant improvement in many different areas. I thought he was decisive. I thought when the ball came out on time, in rhythm, he showed great anticipation, really clinical and repeatable anticipation on a full category and library of different types of throws, deep out, hinges, stops, RPOs. It was really impressive. It really was. I thought he also used his feet very well. For the most part, made really good decisions. I thought there were a sprinkle of reps, maybe one muddy one in the second half, maybe the ability to kind of buy just the correct amount of time in the pocket as opposed to just default run, default escape, to reset your feet, drive the ball down the field. Those will be the little things that I'll be looking for as far as the next things to get better and clean up. But overall, significantly better. Such a better watch, so much more polish all over the place. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.